This video is in no way intended to replace proper instruction from a licensed skydiving instructor. This chapter explains the components and their functions in a parachute system: the main parachute, the reserve parachute, and the automatic activation device known as an AAD. RSL is a simple lanyard which attaches between the main parachute and the reserve ripcord cable. The two smaller rings are attached to the bottom end of the risers. The number 1 position refers to holding both toggles evenly at the level of the pilot's shoulders. Another is the 3 eyes. Your parachute needs to be inflated, intact, and in control. Look at the red cutaway handle on the right and grasp the handle. Then visually locate the silver handle on the left. There are 2 classifications of malfunctions: high speed and low speed. A total malfunction, a pilot chute in tow. The bag lock is also a high-speed malfunction. A streamer malfunction, the horseshoe malfunction, the slider up malfunction is the line over malfunction. 1 or more lines is broken during deployment. Damage to a parachute, the side-by-side, the biplane is the downplane. If the 2 parachutes are entangled, a good parachute landing fall can make a big difference. Unusual parachute openings happen to all skydivers from time to time. A pilot chute can sometimes come back under. Line twists are a common occurrence, but it does not come all the way down the lines. End cell closure will usually happen during deployment. By 2,500 feet, you should begin your emergency procedures. First, we have the free fall priorities. And the third priority is to pull at the correct altitude while in a stable body position. We also have decision altitudes at 5,500 feet and pull by 4,500 feet. And make your decision as to whether or not you need to cut away by 2,500 feet. We also have landing priorities with a flare to at least the number 2 position and do a good parachute landing fall. Keeping your hands through the toggles is like a pilot keeping his hands on the controls of his airplane. The only reason to remove them is if you discover a problem with the parachute during the controllability check and you need to execute your emergency procedures. There are about 5 to 10 seconds of flare before the canopy will begin to enter a stall. Your landing count will start in the full flight position and follow through to positions number 1, 2, and 3. An abrupt turn performed within the last 100 feet of descent will virtually guarantee a serious injury or even death. Most parachutes have a forward speed of 20 miles per hour. If the canopy is flying in wind conditions of 10 miles per hour, it is better to stay upwind of the landing area and work towards the target by flying crosswind back and forth. Remember that turning causes a more rapid loss of altitude. Below 1,500 feet, no turns in excess of 360 degrees should be performed. At approximately 600 feet, he will turn 90 degrees to his left and fly crosswind. Each canopy pilot is responsible for reviewing a flight plan prior to every jump. After landing, your excitement will be present for some time. Many skydivers describe it as a high or an adrenaline rush. And remember that you are on an active drop zone. It is possible that other canopies are landing and that aircraft are taking off and landing on the runways, and that you walk in line with the rows of crops towards a fence line or road. A staff person will help you take off the rig. Your instructors will debrief your jump with you, fill out your logbook, and present you with your first jump certificate. Welcome again to the most exciting sport in the world. We hope you have a safe and successful skydive and that you return to make many more skydives with us in the future.